Hello tubers and groovers, and welcome to this episode of Take the Fear Out of the Gear with me, Jason Bangers.
And me, Mr. Chumley Warner.
And we're harping on about the H8 and the BTA-1 again. So, £40 spent on a BTA-1, which is Zoom's own product, which is for those of you that want to know, it's a Bluetooth connectivity, and it is connectivity.
I think our big question is it worth buying the BTA-1, or what advantages or disadvantages does it have? On our last video, we showed you that if your iPad's not new enough, you can't get to iOS 13 or above, you can't use your old iPad, so that's out the window. And the other thing was, we thought the app was going to give you more than just transport controls and being able to arm the channels.
Well, that's why I splashed out 40 quid, so, because I thought how nice to have my iPad. And I heard along the grapevine that once you're in podcast mode with your iPad, you get 13 pads of sound effects. That's what I was expecting to see here, but we didn't get that at all. The point I was going to make is it's Bluetooth, so it sends to the iPad, right? And your iPad's all flashing and everything, but if you put a set of headphones in your iPad, there's no sound. This is a sound module. Why on earth isn't it sending sound as well? I mean, your iPhone does it.
Yeah, I suppose if they'd built that in, so if you had your H8 somewhere, say in front of your drum kit, and you had your iPad behind, so you could arm tracks and record, you could just quickly monitor the sound just to see if it was like anything like you were hoping you were going to record.
Well, if you was, say, sound engineer in a band or something, you thought you'd record, they'd want to record it, you could be out there with a set of noise cancelling earphones on, right in the middle of the venue, or outside even, and you'd be able to monitor that sound really well, wouldn't you, through your iPad? But
yeah,
although it all flashes and everything, you get it all. You know, there's no sound sent through. So this video is basically we've suffered, so that you don't have to. At the moment, if you buy the BTA-1 for the H8, this is all you will get.
So we loaded the H8 control app onto the iPad. Obviously, with a bigger screen, it's a lot easier to do something.
We haven't put it in the mode yet.
Right.
So you've got to put it in the mode. So where should we put it in? Podcast mode or music mode or field mode? It doesn't really matter. Let's put it in field. There you go.
So it's connected now. You can see the levels come up. On the top right hand side of the screen here, it says what mode you're in, so it says you're in field mode. If you press that, nothing happens.
No.
Or the Zoom app, there doesn't seem to be anything. But as before, obviously on the iPad, bigger buttons, it's easier to...
You can arm your tracks. That's all you can do. You can't change the levels.
No.
Or anything. It's very restricted.
So I was just trying the button in between X, Y and 1 and 2. It doesn't really do a lot.
No, well, I don't think that is anything specific. That's just a blank space there. Because we're in field record mode, you get different screens up. For example, if I come out of there, it probably won't let me because you've got records on. Oh no, it has done. So I put it in music mode now. We'll get a slightly different screen come up. There you go. Well, it's pretty much the same. Put it in podcast mode. Now, I would have expected in podcast mode to have our effects pads pop up, which you will see in here. You'd expect, wouldn't you, for those to come up on the iPad, but they don't. Look, all you get on the iPad is this, and that's all we get. And all you can do is arm tracks, hit record, and then hit play. For example, I'm now recording. As you can see, it's counting down. Now this is a bit I mean, right? If you plug headphones in the iPad, you won't hear anything. You'd think there was audio going into your iPad, but there ain't. Okay, so that's recording. Now I'm going to hit stop. And we've stopped recording. I should be able to hit play, and it should play back through the speaker. I'm now recording. Right. As you can see, it's counting down. That is... Right, tubes. I know we've already done this when we explained connecting it up, but we didn't know at the time how rubbish the app was.
And we also didn't show you that running on the iPad either. We would show you that.
So that's the other thing. Is Simon's iPad is a Generation 3?
Yeah, it's the chap I bought it from. Me and Joe got an iPad Air 1, And apparently this is slightly more advanced than the iPad Air 1, 2, and this is like another generation on, which runs iOS 13 and above, which is what you need.
So I've got 3 iPads, I've got 2 iPad 2s, I've got an iPad Air, and none of them will go past iOS 12. And you need iOS 13 or above for this thing to work.
So if you've got a Zoom H8 and you're thinking of buying the BTA-1, first of all, check you've got an Apple device that's compatible, because otherwise it's not even worth doing.
No, because you won't be able to use it. You'll be knackered. You won't be able to use it at all. I think it's rubbish. I'm very disappointed. This thing is awesome. The H8 is great. The UI on this is amazing. It's very user friendly. Touchscreen is brilliant. A little bit fiddly when it comes to typing in letters and stuff. You've got big clumsy fingers, but it's easy compared to the H6. But this is crap. I honestly expected much more. I think I might have got confused when I saw this thing being used as an audio interface. I think I got confused with seeing what was on the audio interface screen compared to what you get on the iPad. Anyway, is it worth buying a BTA-1 for your H8? Absolutely not. Simon, what do you think?
Yeah, not at the moment. Looking at the iPad here, we can see we're on version 1.10. So if Zoom do a major update on their app...
Because this is on 1.2.
Yeah. So if they update the app, they could add all these things that we're all asking for.
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to get sound in. I mean, I've got a Behringer XR mixing desk, and it works similar to this. And of course, there's no sound on the iPad either. It's just a remote. It's not meant for recording sound. However, it'd be bloody good if you could, wouldn't it?
That's it. And just one more thing.
There's one more thing.
One more thing.
I'm going to go off on a tiny little tangent here.
Go for it.
Because it still relates to the Zoom BTA-1. You might have seen our previous video talking about the Zoom AR-48, which we brought it to you because they're probably still on offer at around £100, and they need 2 BTA-1s.
That's 80 quid.
So it's going to be almost the cost of that unit just to get the Bluetooth connectivity working. So yeah, that's something to think about as well. Just a little tip for you there.
I don't honestly know why this BTA-1 is so goddamn expensive. It don't sing and dance or make you a cup of tea, does it?
No, it should do, really.
It's pony. I'm really disappointed. I was so happy with the H8, but so disappointed with the BTA-1.
You know what I'm waiting for, dude?
Go, an offer on the BTA-1.
The big BTA-1 sale, and I'll dive in on that one.
To be honest with you, if you want my opinion, having shelled out 37 quid for it, how much do I think it is worth? I reckon if they were 10 quid, they're just about the right money.
Yeah, I think
for what you're getting.
I'd go 20 tops. But yeah, more likely a tenner would be better.
Tubes, we do this so you don't have to, alright? So right now, keep your money in your pocket. Don't explode the cash on a BTA-1 just yet. It ain't worth it. If you think it's worth it just to be able to hit record from a distance, then fair enough. From this episode of Take the Fear, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you found something useful amongst this video, and it's goodbye from me, Jason Bangers.
And it's goodbye from me, Mr. Chumley Warner.
We bid thee farewell.